Hi, this is Marissa for Storefront Television. We're going to hit the streets of New York and find out what the people think on how they would redesign the White House.
I have an idea.
What would you do?
I think I'd fill it up with a bunch of green walls, like a bunch of living walls with either with moss or plants, so that there'd be a lot more sort of humidity and respiration and kind of a nice environment to.
The greenhouse.
The greenhouse.
That's great.
That's pretty cool the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just to keep it. Change nothing. It's an American tradition. Leave it as it is. Don't be messing with the White House.
I wouldn't redesign the White House for the simple fact that it's a fixture in life.
More as much 18th century as they can have, it's better.
Bulletproof glass and missile-proof for the president to be safe.
I don't think we should change it at all, really.
It should look totally different, like Gothic style, Gothic style buildings. That is the kind of building that I would like them to erect in Washington, D.C.
Tradition, as much as we can have, right.
Trash the whole building and build it up the way it was, but, with new paint.
Now, it's fine the way it is in the outside, it's fine.
Everyone's been talking about Hillary being the VP, and I think if Cher was the VP, then it would have its place out in Vegas.
I want to make it pink.
You would make it pink?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, I make a big room just for me, all Justin Timberlake.
Yeah?
Yeah. Definitely lose all the bushes.
I study architecture at the University of Buffalo. One thing I've learned is that architecture is supposed to reflect the power. So I guess by the way people describe the president, which I'm completely against, the White House should look like a shoebox and have no power whatsoever, but I think we can't really say how it should look now because we are going to get a new president.
What color?
Beige.
I figured I'd have it reflect all parts of life and all religions. That's what I would do. Just have it reflect every part of life because that's what the government's supposed to represent, all of its citizens. So have it reflect that, homelessness, the children, education, housing, have something about that and eat them.
Get rid of all the people inside.
As in Washington, D.C.?
Make it the exact same thing, but make it all glass.
I would definitely make it more of a green building, more about sustaining the environment. I think that's something the White House should be at the forefront of anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a model you have?
Yeah, I think, there's a building in Times Square for the 2nd Street, Grand Central Terminal. The upper level of Grand Central Terminal should look something like that.
It's like a Disneyland built a few hundred years ago.
I think it's important that we almost literally redesign it because we're actually, whether it's a new woman or a new guy, an African American, whatever he is, a black guy for that instance, that's new. That's ridiculously new. So why not have a ridiculously new White House?
I think from a perspective, not necessarily from a physical architecture perspective, but I think they should actually pay more homage to the Native Americans. They were thinking about doing that with the money right a while ago, things like that.
Well, the trend is tall because we see power in height. So something that has to be taller.
I'm with tradition.
Reusing water, especially water.
Passive heat sort of stuff, I don't know.
Where are you from?
Germany. I would say I like it the way it is. I would leave it that way.
Everything is super, super technoed out. Everything moves. We're talking about moving floors, moving walls. You look at one thing, it converts into something else. If it's going to be a new part of this house that has no rules, motion is not going to be an option.
Weird glass house.
I definitely add some brown to it.
Okay, why is that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe this country, you look at it from a certain perspective, and I think white insinuates something. It's always, you look in the dictionaries and everything like that, white is good, black is bad. And especially since we're going to have a black president, he should change it, I think.
You sandblasted it all so that it was, still look a little white, but was more transparent or opaque or, somewhere in between.
I would not attempt to change the facade or the look of the current White House.
Opaque is solid, right? Opaque is solid.
Well, it should have a nice kitchen with very nice appliances, for example, from the Miele company. So I like those very much.
The translucent White House.
Paint job, I would like lavender and white.
Lavender and white.
The light would be nicely diffused.
So I would probably like add a graffiti painting on the side somewhere or whatever.
You ask one of the 5 famous American architects. Eisenman, Michael Graves, and I don't know, some modern architects like them.
Chrome plating. Everything has to be chrome plating. None of those terracotta tiles anymore. No, we're beyond that.
New people in there.
Yeah, exactly.
How would I redesign it? You can all answer. Come on over.
I want it to be polka dots.
Yeah?
I wanted to make it polka dot
In leopard?
in leopard print.
Plaid, oh my god.
She likes plaid.
Plaid, I love plaid.
Yeah.
It should be demolished at some point.
It wouldn't be white. It would just like take the whole whiteness away and put like glass for like walls. Like have certain parts of it just a glass section, and I don't know.
I'd take her idea, but the infrastructure would be totally different. It'd look like it's glass, but on the inside it'd be like another, it'd be like metal or something. Because if it's glass, it would be fragile, and someone can easily throw a rock at it, so, you know.
We got to stay with our traditions. Our country's going downhill in a handbag, breaking all these traditions. Case closed.
I say a pug palace. Like a cake. Like a yeah. In the shape of a layered cake. You know what I mean? A layered cake.
Okay.
What kind of cake? Angel food, chocolate, vanilla?
That is impractical for a president to work.
It depends on who the president is.
Have a garden in the backyard. Instead of a rose garden, they could have a vegetable
They
garden.
could have vermicompost. Worms eating up all the documents.
That'd be great, yeah.
The house.
House of Presidents.
Yeah, the House of Presidents.
The house of something, just like not White House. Like
It's pretty racist, you know. You don't have the black people and Spanish people.
we haven't had a black president, and you know, what if Barack Obama comes in, like, you know, it's like still white. Like I don't know. It feels racist.